Hello. Welcome to the Tuesday night training call. What's love got to do with it? Question mark. Everything. I am so excited to do this call. I actually haven't done this call in a long time. This title, What's Self-Love or What's Love Got to Do with It? Everything, is actually the title to a online interview series that I did a few years back. And I did this, and I'm going to get into that later, but I chose this topic and this subject to do the interview series because I personally wanted to dive into self-love. I thought I knew what it was, and it's a good thing that I did dive into it because I was basically clueless. So, usually we have some participants by now. Where are you, ladies? Okay, so let me get started. Let me introduce myself. If you don't know who I am by now. Welcome to the call. I'm so happy that you're here and wanting to learn about self-love as I did. I'm your hostess, Denise Dominguez, and welcome to the What's Self-Love Got to Do with It? Let's talk self-love. I'm a women's empowerment coach. I help women get out of their shit and help them move through the process to get to who they really are. I help women create a life that they love and adore, as I have done for myself. So I hosted a radio show called It's Your Turn on Blog Talk Radio. I'm a speaker, and my signature speech is Own Your Story, so your story doesn't own you. And most recently, I am a 2-time best-selling author and an international best-selling author at that. What? But you know what? Things weren't always this amazing in my life. In fact, after 22 years of being in a very toxic/abusive marriage, I decided to leave. I decided it was time to leave. I left and moved 3 states away with no job and managed to manifest $10,000 to leave Florida, my home state, and that's not including the 10 days that I was in Colorado on vacation. I could probably write a whole book on that vacation. I did this in only 5 months, and I made a plan. What I did was I made a plan and I followed it. And actually did everything that I set out to do. Pretty cool, huh? Mindset. I became a women's empowerment coach after knowing I wanted to help women get out of that stuck space that they're in, like I was. And it's been my focus and goal ever since. So why are you here tonight? I'm guessing that because you are here, that you want to learn about or learn more about self-love. Let me ask you, what do you say to yourself when you look in the mirror? How are you talking to yourself? What kind of words are you using when you talk to yourself? What is that conversation like? Are you kind to yourself all the time? Are you loving, compassionate, and caring? So I'm thinking the answer to those is maybe or no, and that's why you're here tonight. So let's be present. Please make sure that you're in full attendance because that's the only way that you're going to get the most from this call. So also, I want you to know that the next 30 to 40 minutes, ladies, is just for you. So take this time for you, right? This is about choosing you. This is about making yourself a priority. This is about self-love. Literally, being here for the next 30 to 40 minutes is an act of self-love for you. So find that comfy spot. I call it my sacred space. Get your tea, your coffee, your wine. I have my water here that I will be sipping on because I need it, especially when I talk a lot. All right. You can even have some lit candles there, maybe some meditation music in the background. Shut off your phones, close out those tabs, and just be here with me. I promise that's how you're going to get the most from this call. Okay. Let me bring that a little closer to me. I'm going to need it. Okay. Just be here with me. So, if you need to pause the call right now and go set up your space, do that. I'll be right here, waiting for you. All right. My experience with self-love. Okay, so this is my third online event. I just saw that third. I've done so many now. I chose this topic for my summit or online interview series because, like I said, I thought I knew what self-love was. I got my hair done. I took a shower every day. I care about myself. I surround myself with as much health as possible, go to the gym, things like that. I thought that was self-love. But out of pure curiosity, I wanted to dig deeper into what self-love was. I wanted to really, truly, and clearly understand what self-love looked like, how to have it, how to express it, how to practice it. Bam! Everything. Through this event of interviewing and connecting all this juicy information, I wanted to pass this information on to you. That's why I haven't done this in a long time. So my third one was probably 2015. It's been a couple years. All right. So this is my mission, my passion, and my purpose in life. When I want to learn about something, I create an online interview series about it. Literally, this is what I do. And then the best part is I pass it on to you, right? So a lot of these calls that I do, some of them I just do myself, but there's some in here, I'm looking at my list, that come out of these online interview series that I've done. Next week, actually, I'm doing Own Your Story, so your story doesn't own you, and that is actually my signature speech. I'll be doing that one next week. Super excited to do that one. Because really, anyways, I don't want to talk about it. I'll do it next week. Okay. So I asked all of these experts what self-love was. And it's an action. It literally is an action. It's an action that you do every day. And so when I thought of that, then I thought, okay, well, then I've taken action steps to love myself. And one of the biggest ones was when I left my 22-year toxic marriage. Abusive, let's call it like it is. It's abusive. So when I completed my self-love interview series, I asked these 21 experts, what is self-love? And the answers were slightly different. But the one I liked the most was prioritize yourself, make time for yourself, and take time for you, right? That's loving yourself. And we're going to talk about the difference between selfish and self-love, right? Because we, as women especially, tend to think that loving ourselves is selfish. Putting ourselves as a priority is selfish. It's not, ladies. It's not. So, and when I asked this question to every single expert, what is self-love? The answers, like I said, they were slightly different, but here's the message behind all of those different answers. Number one, be kind to yourself. That's why I asked, when you look in the mirror, what is the conversation that you're having with yourself? Okay? Because I know from experience, from personal experience, that we look in the mirror, I looked in the mirror, and I was immediately critical of myself. right? Number 2, love yourself, right? Just all of it. The good, the bad, the ugly, whatever it is. Just love it all. And number 3, take time for yourself. Take time to do the things that you love to do. Doesn't have to be this big extravagant thing, right? Doesn't have to be every weekend I go away. It could be the smallest, simplest things. If you love to garden, then do that. Take time for yourself out of the day to do your gardening. If it fills you up with joy, you just love to be in the hot sun, you love to be digging, you love to be creating these beautiful vegetables or beautiful flowers or plants or whatever it is, then that's what you love to do. This is about doing the things that you love to do. If even just walking, like kind of like window shopping or maybe a fresh market, and just walking, strolling, smelling the different flowers, being in that environment, hearing the people talking, being able to pick out some fresh fruit or vegetables and just being in that atmosphere. Again, this is about you loving you, right? These are acts of self-love. And I want to get into a little bit deeper of self-love. So self-love is also one of the 3 components to healing yourself. You, me, everybody. Our great masters like Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, they all taught us the same thing. Self-love is one of the key components. There's 3. Self-love is the 3rd one to healing ourselves. Think about that for a second. This is why it's so important to do this, to practice this, to change the mindset up here in order for you to create your life. Mediocrity is unacceptable. Working 9 to 5, Monday through Friday for the man. Is that really what you want for the rest of your life? Life is here for you to enjoy and have fun. Literally, that's why you're here, to enjoy and have fun. You're not here to stress out. You're not here to go through dramas and traumas and all of that. Although those are a gift too, but you're here to live fully and have fun. That's what you're here for. So we're going to talk about that. All right. I'm going to give you the other 2 key components to healing yourself. Remember, 3 is self-love. Okay. Next slide, Denise. All right. So, well, I'm looking at this slide and it's telling me how I used to explain self-love. But I know it so much more now, so I can explain it differently, which is what I've been doing this whole time. But it's like loving your child. You love your child. What do you do for your child? You do everything. You protect your child. You love your child. You make sure they get their homework done. You make sure they look nice when they go to school. You make sure that they got a college fund, whatever it is that you can do for your child. You want the best for them. Well, guess what? We don't do that for us, but we do it for our children. So self-love is that love turned inside out. Wanting the best for you. Wanting and doing the things for you that you love to do. All right. So, and the question is, why do we do this for our children but not for ourselves? I mean, I've been guilty of this too, believe me. I do things that I would not let my daughter do. I've done things that I wouldn't let my daughter do. I eat things that I wouldn't let her eat. Yet I still do it sometimes, right? Because if you love yourself, you want the best for yourself. the best for yourself is not McDonald's French fries every day. That's not the best. I mean, come on, let's seriously, let's call it like it is. Right? All right. Do this, not this. When my daughter was older, around 16 or 17, she told me this, and it really opened my eyes. She said that when I looked in the mirror and talked to myself out loud, she would hear me and see herself in my words. We've had so many discussions about this. So here's an example of what I would say. I would look in the mirror and out loud I would say, of course it wasn't to her, it was to me, I was talking out loud. Oh my God, this shirt makes me so fat. Or damn, I look like shit today, right? We've all done it. We look in the mirror, we're like, oh my God, flaws, 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 right? I mean, do you ever catch yourself saying this to yourself? You have to be so careful of how you talk to yourself. That is a part of self-love. When you are careful about what you're saying to yourself, when you're mindful, be kind to yourself. So I'm sure many of us have, we've all done it. And although we do not mean to be so cruel to ourselves, I have no idea how damaging this is for us and our little ones that can hear us. So from here on, let's become incredibly mindful of where we still speak poorly about ourselves. And let's make a commitment to stop it. Every time we throw ourselves under the bus, we reinforce an unhealthy internal dialogue. No more of that. No more. Let's get real. Be you. Be the most authentic self that you can be every day. Now, what does that mean? The best way to know who you really are, your real true self, is when you're having a great time. So think of a child. Children really mirror to us who we really are, right? 4 and under, age 4 and under. That's who we really are. Carefree, go lucky. We don't people please. We don't care what our hair looks like, right? We're forgiving, right? You ever seen 2 little kids and they get into a fight, a disagreement or something, and they run to their moms and they, mom, and then the 2 moms get together and they get into a fight. And by the time you look over, the 2 kids are already playing together, but the moms stay in a fight forever, an argument forever. Our natural instinct is to forgive. That's who we are. We are forgiving. We do love ourselves. We naturally love ourselves. Kids don't look in the mirror 4 years or younger and criticize themselves. How ugly I am today, or how this shirt makes me look fat. They just play. They enjoy life. That's all they do is play. They just want to play. They want to enjoy the day. They want to go outside. It's sunny. They want to play on the swings. They want to play a board game. Just want to play. Right? Laughing, free, relaxed, at ease, smiling, and present. Present with the moment. That is who we really are. So today, tomorrow, put everything aside and do something fun for you. That's an act of self-love. And the more you do it, the more you'll enjoy it and you'll love it. The more you will want to do it, right? It's a practice like anything else. All right. So here's an exercise for you to do. Today, why don't you make a list of things that you love about yourself? Love only. We're only going to love. All right, and this is not conceited. It is a loving reminder of those days when we sometimes forget just how fabulous we really are. So if I was to make a list personally, I would start off with, if there was an outside feature, it'd be my eyes. I love my eyes. Let me see, outside feature, my hands. I know that may sound corny, but that is true. Let me see, my stomach, even though it's a little pudgy, it's a beautiful stomach. So those are some outside things. Some inside things would be my gift to laugh. I love to laugh, and so I do it freely. In fact, today I was driving my daughter to the airport, and she was telling me a story, and to me, I know she's my kid, and so maybe it's just me, but she's so funny. And I said to her, I'm like, is it me because I'm your mom, or are you so funny? And she was like, Mom, it's because you're my mom. She's like, I'm really not that funny. So my gift to always laugh and spread my positive energy. So those would be some inside things about me that I would write down. What would be some of the things that you would write down about yourself that you love, right? Reminder, this is not being conceited. This is just you loving yourself. Place reminders everywhere, sticky notes, affirmation cards, even on the phone. Action steps speak louder than words. So you can listen to all these training calls that I do on Tuesdays. You can read my emails, and you can follow other people, and you can do all of that. But what are you doing actionable? What steps are you taking every single day? Action steps to help you seek whatever it is your goal is. What is your end result that you want? Is it love yourself more? Is it build a business? Is it have more freedom? Is it to have more fun? You have to take the action steps. That's the only way that you're going to get to where you need to be. I promise you. Even if they're baby steps. Maybe it's something that's scary to you. That's okay. Baby steps are steps. They're still steps. All right. So let's put some self-love ideas into your daily routine. The goal is for you to do something for yourself at least every month, but ideally every day. Come on, ladies, you can do something every day. Take a bubble bath, right? Or even if it's take an extra long shower, just stand under every day. Every day. And after all, you deserve it. That's what you got to remind yourself. You deserve it. Give me some ideas of self-love. All right. Here's some more action steps. So here's some great tips, tools, and ideas for you to put into action. Take a yoga class. Do you love yoga? Right? Or meditation class. Or even just learn how to meditate. Go on YouTube, find a video. Dance to your favorite song. Sing like no one's listening. Follow your dreams. Laugh like a kid. That's what I should have said. Laughing like a kid. Smile at a stranger and hold that smile for 7 seconds. You want to talk to yourself like you would talk to somebody you love. That's how you want to talk to yourself. And self-care equals self-love. 12 steps into self-care. If it feels wrong, don't do it. Say exactly what you mean. Say yes or no with equal grace and ease. Don't be a people pleaser and trust your instincts. Never speak bad about yourself. See how I've repeated that several times? This is important. Never give up on your dreams. Don't be afraid to say no, and don't be afraid to say yes. Be kind to yourself. Let go of what you can't control and state the 2 things that you do have control over. I'm going to repeat that for you. Let go of what you can't control and state the 2 things that you you have control over. Stay away from drama and negativity. This might be one that might be a challenge for you. Maybe you are drama and negativity. If that's the case, whether it's around you or it's in you, I invite you to get on a call with me, a 90-minute call. I offer this on every training call because I can help you with that. I can help you nip that in the bud. I can help you. If you're willing, you have to be eager, ready to go. If you're willing to accept this healing piece, this tool, I can do that for you. Get on a 90-minute call with me and let's do that. All right. What's your level? One of the ways to know if you're taking care of yourself is by rating your level of energy. Higher energy generally represents more self-love. Low energy speaks to the opposite. So what's your level? When we are exhausted, in pain, angry, upset, or unable to get through our day without popping pills, it's often a sign of lack of self-love. We haven't set healthy boundaries, made our health or ourselves a priority, or honored our emotional needs. That's the hidden part. That's the part that, getting back to the trauma and drama, there's a lot of hidden things inside of you that you don't even know is there. And you may think, why am I not achieving this? Or why do I not have healthy relationships in my life? Or why do I have this extra weight? And I've been doing everything to take care of this. That's your sign. You need to get on a call with me and let me help you through that. I've had clients that after one call, their whole life has changed. Hand to God, it's true. They did the work. They did the work. They were open when they got on a call with me. They were open to see what this was going to bring. And when I assigned them homework, they did the homework and they were eager to see what's next. So if we all have emotional shit. We're all wounded. That is just the truth. We're all wounded. And it doesn't necessarily mean I'm not saying that we're all from abusive relationships, abusive homes. I'm not saying that. We're wounded because it could be something as simple as, I'm going to give you a real simple example of how we can be wounded with no abuse, no dysfunction, right? You're 3 years old. You're in the living room. What do 3-year-olds do? They play. You find your daddy's guitar, right? It's a toy. You don't know. You play. You've seen him play it, so you grab it and you play it, right? It's a toy. And he's having a bad day. And he comes in there and he snatches it away from you and he reprimands you for playing with his guitar, right? You're not supposed to do that, but you're 3. And that, in that moment right there, this is a man that protects and loves you. And in that moment, you don't trust him anymore because of that incident. And so you get angry and you may raise your hand back at him, which makes him even more infuriated, which causes a mistrust. That's a wound. That's a wound. You may not even remember you're 3 years old, but that's a wound. So we all have emotional needs. And when you make time to nurture yourself, you'll be amazed at how much energy you have to nurture others and to create a life you love. So if you're ready for a permanent shift, in your life now, if you're eager, I like that word, eager, even more than ready. And if you're eager now, not next year or the year after or some distant time in the future, I have just the thing for you. All right. I have a program that I am launching at the end of June. But how are you going to know about it? You know what? I don't even want to tell you about it. I want you, if you're ready, I want you to get on a call with me, a 90-minute call. I will coach you. I will help you. Okay? That's it. 90-minute call. And then we'll take it to the next level. And if the fit is right, then the fit is right. We will work together. If not, that's totally cool. Totally fine. All right? So let me see. Where's my notes? Okay. Here, my puppy. All right. So if that sounds like you, I invite you to join me on absolutely complimentary coaching call where I will give you no call to action. I will actually give you homework. I will give you sustainable tools to use, to take away and use. All right. If you're ready, you can contact me. You can go to my website, www.denisedominguez.com, and that's where it'll pop up, and you can click it, put your name and your email address, and bam, you'll get the link right there. All right, and let's get together and map out a plan for you to start creating your dream life. I know that sounds so cliche, your dream life, but honestly, do you really want, if the life that you have? I know for me, when I was living in Florida and living that life, I know I repeatedly thought and said to myself, there's got to be something better out there for me. There's got to be something more out there for me. I know it, but I didn't know where to start, how to do it. And here it is right here for you. All right. So that is it for our call tonight. Short and sweet, right? I really just wanted to give you an insight of self-love. And so basically it boils down to be kind to yourself, be patient with yourself, love yourself. Oh, the other two key components. So there's three, like I was telling you. The third one is self-love. The first one is truth. Truth. Your truth. That's why my speech is own your story, so your story doesn't own you, because I struggled with that. I struggled with my truth. I was ashamed of my truth. I was embarrassed of my truth. And I had to embrace my truth. And so now I can talk about it with no charge, when there was a time when I couldn't even say a sentence without busting out into that ugly cry, as Oprah calls it, right? The horrible, ugly, uncontrollable cry. And now it's my speech. Now I can talk about it. So your truth is a healing piece. Your truth. Tell it. Share it. When you can do that with no charge, meaning no emotional charge, then you know you've healed it. Number 2, forgiveness. And that's forgiveness of you. We're so down on ourselves. We are so guilty of this, and we should have done this, and I should have done that. And no, you need to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for whatever, whoever. It doesn't matter. It's in the past. It may have been true then, but it's not true now. Forgive yourself. That's number 2. And number 3 is self-love. 3 key components to healing yourself, all taught by our masters, right? I named 3 of them: Jesus, Buddha, and Krishna. You can't argue with those 3, right? All right. I'm going to end the call. And I just want you to know that you are so worth healing. You are so worth living a life, a beautiful life. So All you have to do is get on a call with me and allow me to help you. Be open to it. And I promise you, it will change you for the better. Okay, till next Tuesday. And next Tuesday's call is Own Your Story, so your story doesn't own you. I'm so excited for that. And I think that's it. All right, everybody. Till next Tuesday.